So, I wake up in the middle of the night in my two-bedroom apartment. I find my roommate passed out face down on the wooden floor. I think nothing of it and go back to sleep. The next morning, I wake up to go to work and there is a homeless guy asleep on my couch. My roommate woke up still drunk and had made friends with a bum. And this is the second time he let a stranger off the street just stroll in and pass out. Great. You are probably thinking, what does this have to do with my arts and crafting? Well, I bought this product and proceeded to cover everything my roommate owns in glitter. Every t-shirt, every book, every pair of shoes, his bed. I covered his entire life in glitter. He will have glitter in every crevice of his existence until he dies. Did some track out all over MV apartment? Yes. Does the carpet look like a Care Bear farted all over it? Yes. Did he threaten to kill me? Sure. But will he ever let another stranger sleep on the couch? No. Will I ever have to worry about a random guy off the street murdering me in the night? No. All the security for just $12.44. Unbelievable, staggering value. Cannot recommend enough.
I purchased this after I was confronted by some punks demanding that I hand over my money. I'm a relatively fit guy, but I was no match for them. That is when I realized that I need to protect myself. The day after I bought this product, I went to the very same Walmart parking lot when I was first mugged. I approached the group of hooligans standing outside the entrance, concealing my secret weapon. I coolly asked, "Remember me?" One of them looked up and said, "Have you come back to buy some Samoas or Thin Mints? My Girl Scout troop needs to raise more money." I replied with, "You're not taking my money this time." "But sir, they're delicious," she said. I whipped out my knuckle blaster stun gun hand and shouted, "Wrong move." The 5 Girl Scouts ran away screaming. As I pounded my chest in victory, I accidentally activated the stun gun and applied 950,000 volts to my right nipple. I woke up 4 hours later to the sound of heavy footsteps. Those Girl Scouts had brought their fathers. But I was ready. I lunged at the largest one with a cry of "Raggle Fraggle" and hit him in the stomach. He hit the ground harder than a fat kid on a jungle gym. As the others began to circle around me, I changed techniques. Holding both of my hands in tight fists, I raised my arms to my sides and initiated the helicopter spin. They all backed off, fearing my impressive RPM. After a while I started getting dizzy, and one of the fathers decided to try to tackle me. As he ran to me, stood there, dizzy and queasy, time was going real slow. Then I remembered. I had eaten lunch at Chipotle and the burrito was fighting its way back up my stomach. I turned toward my enemy and launched a stream of projectile vomit at him, knocking him to the ground. Then I started singing, "Let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor." I grabbed my knuckle blaster stun gun and shoved it into my mouth, running headfirst at my foes, electrocuting them with my teeth. Eventually, they were all unconscious, and I walked home victorious.
Makes my farts sound louder. The hair must have acted as an interlocking silencer. I give this the big thumbs up. 5 out of 5.
I order these cups every couple of months. They are way better at holding water than my hands. I mean, with my hands I can hold maybe 4 or 5 ounces of water. And I have to wash my hands really well before I do it too, unless I'm eating Indian food. In that case I let the flavors spice up my beverages. And no matter how well I wash my hands, they also seem to leave a distinct taste in the beverage. Maybe it's the soap I use. Either way, these cups are way more convenient. No more sitting at home on the couch, with one hand holding a tub of popcorn with a corn dog in it, while the other hand holds a meager 4 ounces of soda to help wash all that down. I used to just eat most of my meals by the sink or just drink straight out of a 2-liter, but I felt it was classless.
I don't know if this is a scam or if mine was broken, but it doesn't work, and I am still getting abducted by UFOs on a regular basis.
This book is completely misleading. The entire plot revolves around finding baby's belly button. The title makes this clear from the beginning. However, there is no mystery. There is no twist. Baby's belly button is right where it's supposed to be, on baby's stomach. Right where it clearly shows you it is on the cover of the book. This plot is a complete mess as a result of its reliance on the mystery of where the belly button is. Everything falls apart the second you realize that the belly button was in plain sight all along. There is no conflict, there is no character development, and there is scarcely any plot. Whoever wrote this book must have a serious error in judgment, because you would have to be an infant to not immediately understand where baby's belly button is. This is one of the worst pieces of literature I have ever read.
Oh man, words cannot express what happened to me after eating these. The Gummy Bear Cleanse. If you are someone that can tolerate the sugar substitute, enjoy. If you are like the dozens of people that tried my order, run. First of all, for taste I would rate these a 5. So good. Soft, true to taste fruit flavors like the sugar variety, I was a happy camper. But, or should I say but, not long after eating about 20 of these all hell broke loose. I had a gastrointestinal experience like nothing I've ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating beyond my worst nightmare. I've had food poisoning from some bad shellfish, and that was almost like a skip in the park compared to what was going on inside me. Then came the, flatulence. Heavens to Murgatroyd, the sounds, like trumpets calling the demons back to hell, the stench, like 1,000 rotten corpses vomited. I couldn't stand to stay in one room for fear of succumbing to my own odors. But wait, there's more. What came out of me felt like someone tried to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw. I swear my sphincters were screaming. It felt like my delicate starfish was a gaping maw projectile vomiting a torrential flood of toxic waste. 100% liquid. Flammable liquid. Napalm. It was actually a bit humorous, for a nanosecond, as it was just beyond anything I could imagine possible. And it went on for hours. I felt violated when it was over, which I think might have been sometime in the early morning of the next day. There was stuff coming out of me that I ate at my wedding in 2005. I had 5 pounds of these innocent-looking delicious-tasting hellbears, so I told a friend about what happened to me. Thinking it had to be some type of sensitivity I had to the sugar substitute, and in spite of my warnings and graphic descriptions, she decided to take her chances and take them off my hands. Silly woman. All of the same for her, and a phone call from her while on the toilet, because you kinda end up living in the bathroom for a spell, telling me she really wished she would have listened. I think she was crying. Her sister was skeptical and suspected that we were exaggerating. She took them to work, since there was still 99% of a 5-pound bag left. She works for a construction company where there are builders, roofers, house painters, landscapers, etc. Lots of people who generally have limited access to toilets on a given day. I can't imagine where all of those poor men and women pooped that day. I keep envisioning men on roofs, crossing their legs and trying to decide if they can make it down the ladder, or if they should just jump. If you order these, best of luck to you. And please, don't post a video review during the aftershocks.